Well, not the best pour, but you get the idea. I just got the 16 Pro Max in a couple hours ago, actually. And the number one thing I wanted to check out was the 120 frames per second slow motion. All right, so here's the 16 Pro Max, and I've got it in a universal cage because obviously I just got the phone today. I don't have a new case, I don't have a new cage, and so I'm using what I have at my disposal. And so that means really no accessories. And that includes no ND filter. So everything you're going to see in this video was just shot with the bare phone. No filters and no other accessories besides, again, this one cage. And so before I get into the footage, I want to show you just a couple quick things with the app. And so overall, the app looks basically the same. I'm on the main wide camera. You can go over here to your selection and I can choose 30. It was on 24, 60, or now you can choose 120. And when you go to 120, you can only shoot with this particular camera, the 24 millimeter. And that's one question I've gotten is, can you use it with all the other cameras? And the answer is no, you can only use it with the Fusion. And so you've got this 1x, and then you've got a 2x. And so I'm assuming that's the virtual camera. So it's the 24 millimeter, and then it'd be the 48. So that's all you get when you're shooting slow motion. And so that is something to keep in mind. You can't use the tele or the ultra wide. Additionally, there's another way to shoot slow-mo. Of course, you could actually go to the slow motion setting. And when you shoot slow motion in that setting, it automatically goes to 4K 120. Now you set that up in the actual iPhone menu. I'm not going to go over that right now, but you can choose what you want the default slow motion to be. Now I'll roll some footage that was all shot internally in the native camera app, just with HEVC. I'll do a future video shooting ProRes 120 out to an SSD, but today I just wanted to look at this very basic setup. And by the way, hang tight after the footage, and I got to show you a couple really important tips I've already learned about shooting 4K 120. One thing I've learned shooting 4K 120 with the 16 Pro Max is that there are different quality levels, even though you can't choose bitrate or anything within the app besides shooting ProRes, which you can't do internally with 4K 120. So within the native app, you're shooting HEVC and it's just an auto bitrate. However, if you shoot in slow-mo mode, which means it lets you do the actual conversion in the app, you get less quality. Let me show you. You can go in here, and right now it's on 120 frames per second. That's what I put it to. But if you did it to 20% in the app, now when I play it back in the app, it actually plays back in slow motion, which is cool because it's nice to see what you shot. However, when you transfer this to your computer, it converts it. And I don't know if it lowers the bit rate then, or if it's lowered it just by doing the slow-mo in the app. But look here at this graphic that I have, you get lower quality bit rate, almost half as much than if you just let it play back at the natural 120 frames per second. So just to be clear, if you don't do the playback at 120 in the app and transfer it that way, you get higher quality. Again, you get double the file size, but also double the bit rate. And so if you want to do higher quality stuff, definitely do the conversion in post-production, not in the app. The second tip, and this is kind of a weird one, I did multiple tests and I get higher quality if I shoot in regular video mode and choose 120 that way. So now I'm shooting 4K 120 in regular video mode, not slow-mo mode, and I get a much higher bit rate. As a matter of fact, I think I got 100 plus megabits per second, maybe more, which gives you higher quality for color grading, etc. in post-production, less video noise too. And so for the highest quality, shoot that way. For more convenient, shoot slow-mo. And if you do shoot slow-mo, be sure not to do the conversion in the app. Hopefully that makes sense. But overall, this is super cool now having 4K 120 in an iPhone. And again, right now I'm just using the native camera app, but in the future, I'll go out to an SSD shooting Apple Log 4K 120. And then I assume Blackmagic and other third-party apps will implement this in their apps very soon as well. More videos about the 16 Pro Max coming soon, so if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that now. Thanks for watching. This is Blake Calhoun, and I'll see you in the next video.